While she was on a business trip, our kids and I decided to surprise her. The house felt unusually quiet that morning. Sunlight drifted through the curtains. Dust floated like tiny sparks in the air. Our two children sat at the kitchen table with their backpacks still on. Both of them kicked their legs with nervous excitement. They knew we were planning something special. I told them we would surprise their mother when she returned from her business trip. Their eyes lit up. They loved surprises. They loved the idea of us all reunited again. The plan felt simple, warm, family-centered. I brewed coffee and listened to the slow drip. The scent filled the kitchen, rich and grounding. Everything felt normal. Everything felt safe. We spent the rest of the morning cleaning the living room, fluffing pillows, sweeping crumbs, arranging flowers from the backyard in her favorite vase. The children argued over where the flowers should go. Their laughter bounced against the walls. Their joy made me feel hopeful. I kept telling myself that she would love this, that she had probably missed us just as much as we missed her. But a small voice inside me felt tense, a faint pressure behind my ribs, as if my body sensed something my mind refused to consider. In the early afternoon, I checked her flight status. It showed that she had landed an hour earlier than expected. I smiled at the kids. I told them that we should get ready to surprise her. They clapped their hands with sparkling excitement. We grabbed balloons. We grabbed the small banner they had drawn. We stepped outside. The air felt cool and crisp. Clouds drifted low and heavy. A soft breeze brushed against my skin like a warning. We drove toward her hotel. Traffic hummed around us. Wind whispered along the car windows. The children practiced what they would shout at her. They rehearsed it like a song. Their voices rose and fell with pure, innocent energy. When the hotel came into view, my stomach tightened. Something about the entrance looked strangely still, almost too quiet, as if the building itself was holding its breath. We parked. The kids ran ahead. Their sneakers pounded against the pavement. I followed behind them. Each step felt heavier than the one before. The lobby smelled like cold air and lemon cleaning solution. Soft music played from hidden speakers. The receptionist smiled warmly at the children. Their excitement filled the space like bright lanterns. I asked politely for my wife's room number. The receptionist nodded and handed me a visitor card. There was nothing unusual in her expression, nothing to hint at the moment that waited for us upstairs. We stepped into the elevator. The doors slid shut. A metallic echo vibrated around us. My heartbeat synced with the slow climb. The children whispered excitedly. Their voices floated upward like bubbles. I wished I could float with them, away from the heaviness inside my chest. When the elevator chimed, I felt a pulse of cold through my spine. The hallway smelled faintly of cologne and old carpeting. The lights were bright, but the shadows between the doors looked thick. We walked toward her room. The children raced ahead. Their banner dragged against the floor. I told them to wait, but they were too thrilled to listen. They stopped at her door, room 614. The gold numbers glimmered under the hallway lights. I joined them and placed my ear quietly against the door. I heard faint movement inside, a soft thud, a low whisper. I gently turned the handle. The door swung open. Warm air drifted out, mixed with the scent of unfamiliar perfume. The children ran in first. Their voices burst through the room. Surprise filled the air like fireworks. But the sound that followed crushed everything. A gasp, a startled cry, the rustle of bedsheets. Two figures on the bed, her and a man I had never seen before. Both frozen, both half covered, both staring as if caught in a spotlight they could not escape. My children stopped. Their smiles collapsed. Pain rippled through my chest with sharp heat. My wife scrambled to sit up, her face drained of color. She tried to speak, but no sound came out. The man grabbed his shirt. He looked at me with wide, fearful eyes, as if I were a ghost standing at the foot of his grave. The air felt thick, heavy, hard to breathe. My legs felt rooted to the floor. My mind felt split, one half screaming, one half numb. I took my children gently by the shoulders. They leaned against me. Their small bodies trembled. I whispered that we were going home. Their hands clung to my arms. They did not look back. I did, for only a moment. Her eyes met mine, wide, panicked, full of guilt, full of fear. But I felt nothing, only a hollow space where love once lived. We left the room. The door echoed shut behind us. The hallway seemed colder, silent, as if the building finally exhaled. The elevator ride down felt endless. My children huddled close, their breaths shook. My heart ached for them more than for myself, because their world had shattered in one brutal instant. We walked through the lobby, past the same receptionist, past the same flowers in the corner, past the same music, but everything felt different. Everything felt distant. The air outside tasted sharp. The sky had grown darker. Clouds pressed low above us. The wind carried the faint scent of rain. I unlocked the car. The children climbed inside without a word. Their banner lay crumpled on the ground near the wheel, colors smudged, edges bent, half of it torn. I picked it up slowly. My hands shook. The paper felt limp. The drawings blurred under my thumbs. I placed the banner gently on the back seat. I sat behind the wheel. I closed my eyes for a moment and breathed deeply. In that breath, I understood that life would not return to what it had been. Not after what they had seen, not after what I felt, not after the truth had been uncovered so brutally. But I also understood something else, something steady, something important. I still had my children. I still had the strength to protect them. I still had the power to guide them through this storm, even if everything else had changed. And so, as we drove away from the hotel, with the sky darkening above us and the first drops of rain tapping gently against the windshield, I promised myself one simple truth. Our story was not over. Not today, not here. Even in the shadow of betrayal, we would find our way forward, together, one careful step at a time. And that would be enough.